Did I not? Girl, let me get this together, honey. I'm over here trying to get this together. So I need to exit out of that. There we go. I'm like, girl, what the hell is going on? Okay. Let me see. Uh-uh. Okay. Did I do it right? Okay, bet. Well, hey, bet. Okay, it's Jamie. That's me here. What is so going on, everybody? What is going on? Listen, I just popped in here real quick. Like, okay, we not gonna be here that long. You feel what I'm saying? But I just wanted to touch on a Funky Dineva, Foxo, Flame Monroe, Claudia Jordan, Tasha K, T.S. Madison, Al Reynolds. Girl, what the hell is going on? Girl, what is going on? Girl, what's happening with 2024? Because the people have been cutting up. Are we in the second week? And the people have been cutting up. Okay, so a shout out to everybody that's here tonight. Y'all could be anywhere. Y'all here with me. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys are coming on in. You're liking up the video. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this quick because I told you I ain't trying to be here long before the baby get to cutting up. Hello, we he's a daddy. Okay, but anywho, so let's talk about this Funky Dineva situation. So you guys know Funky Dineva was a part of Fox Soul. Okay, I'm reiterating this for the people that may not be familiar. Okay, you should be, but you just may not be. All right. So Funky Dineva, who is a YouTuber, commentator, all of that, has been doing it for many years, over a decade, over here on YouTube. He decided to join Foxo, which is an extension of Fox. Okay, I guess for the black people or whatnot, here on YouTube and any other locations that they may be available at. Okay, because according to Miss Claudia Jordan, they're also a part of a lot of different other apps. I think she could have mentioned Tubi and some other places, but she couldn't recall all of them. And the fact that she couldn't recall all of them kind of made me question: do the fans know all of the apps that the show is located on, TGIF? Because she started talking about numbers and stuff like that, because Funky we gonna get into it. Okay, so he was a part of Foxhole. All right. It recently was announced by him that he is no longer a part of the show on Foxhole, which is TGIF, with Claudia Jordan as well as Al Reynolds. Okay, he said that he stepped away from that opportunity due to contractual reasons. Right, they weren't willing to give him more money. Okay, so he decided, why am I doing all of this work to only make this amount? I've decided that I'm gonna go ahead and step away and just keep honing in on my own stuff, right? So that's what he said. He made it seem as though it was more so about the financial aspect as to why he did not return to the show. Okay. But it for me, he said that he quit the show on his own accord, but at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I have questioned, like, are you sure you left, or like, were you fired? Did they make you feel uncomfortable to a point where you had no choice but to decide to leave on your own? It's just some things that didn't necessarily add up because of the shade that was thrown immediately afterwards. Like when he started putting up videos, he was getting hundreds of thousands of views within a day or less than a day. He put it up on his page and said, does any of this make sense to y'all now? Okay. And then he said hashtag no shade. I'm like, baby, it's giving all bit of shade. And I don't think that y'all left on like a good accord, like you kind of telling us. Okay. But I do understand him, because first of all, it's none of our business really why he left high key. And I do understand if they did have some issues, he didn't want to like really address that, because look where we are now. I think he wanted to take the high road and not really get into the nuances of what was really going on. So he comes out, he kind of addresses that. He decides that he's going to go live. So not only did he do the post saying no shade, he decided to go live. And when he went live on Monday at the same exact time as the TGIF show. Now, for me personally, I probably would not have done that, especially if you're saying that you wish a show well and you wish success to those people, and you still portraying it as though you have a great relationship with those folks. Like you still, because I know that Claudia and them said, Funky did not get fired. He left on his own. We love Funky. He can always come back, whatever, whatever, right? I'm thinking y'all still cool. So for you to kind of spite your friends a little bit, I was like, oh, that's kind of messed up, honey. But maybe he was proving a point to the network and not so much as to Claudia and them. But I don't know, because Claudia ended up talking about what did Claudia say? Claudia ended up talking about people auditioning. Like, yeah, we're gonna start auditioning people for the show. Who knows? Maybe even Funky will, will try out again or something like that, or Funky will come and audition. And I was like, well, she didn't say it like it was shade. It didn't sound like it was shade. But then when I thought about it, I was like, nah, bitch, that's shade, girl. Bitch, that's shade. Because how dare you say that to a person that already sat in that seat before? Talking about maybe they'll come and audition again. So I don't know if that had anything to do with why he was feeling away, but he ended up letting her have it. Okay. So anywho, Monday night when Funky was doing his live at the same time as TGIF, from my understanding, I believe Flame Monroe is a comedian as well, and Flame Monroe sat in the seat of Funky Dineva the night of that Monday night show. People were believing that Funky was pissed about that, because Funky kind of threw some shots during that live, feeling away, about some things, saying that somebody was being used as a pawn and throwing shade. And I wasn't sure who the hell he was talking about. I was like, I know he ain't talking to Claudia, because they was just sitting over here being cool not too long ago. Like, they was good. So, I mean, he can't be talking to, like, y'all doing too much. Y'all fans over there trying to put that lady name in some stuff. Like, they ain't talking about it. Like, girl, please. Girl, y'all was right. I was wrong. You right, I'm wrong, girl. Okay. That's what it was giving. He was definitely talking about Claudia. Okay. The next day, and then also it was the speculation that Funky could have been talking about Flame Monroe. Maybe it was shots thrown at both of them. So then Funky goes live the next day, Tuesday night. And then actually before that night, earlier that day, Funky did a video letting us know that Tasha K reached out and wanted to get he and Flame Monroe on a call together to resolve whatever issues they had. Funky was pushing back because Funky felt like, listen, I ain't got no beef with that person. We don't coexist in each other's world. We won't cross paths for me to feel a way about none of that shit. Okay, so I'm good over here. But of course, Tasha convinces Funky to still get on the line. Funky gets on the line. Things didn't necessarily go well from my understanding. Well, really, what I believe it was, I think Tasha wanted to record them. I think she wanted to record the call. And I think Funky was like, well, are we supposed to be getting to a resolve of whatever or clearing up the beef? What's the point in even trying to record? So I'm like, that's stupid to me. And then I believe when the three-way ended up happening, Flame Monroe may have said some stuff, whatever it was. Funky, may have said something quickly and then hung up the phone, and then that was it. Okay. Funky goes live later on that night, got like 18, 20,000 or whatever views in the chat. I think more shade continued to be thrown. And Funky was just talking about them numbers, because them numbers is numbering. Them numbers is numbering for sure. And then tonight, because that's what I really want to get to. Okay, so it's been a whole lot going on around this TGIF Fox Soul situation. People trying to find out who the hell is he talking about, and it's put a name on it. Okay, it's giving Sutton from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Name them, name them, name them, name them, name them. Put a name on it. And tonight was the night that Funky decided to put a name on it. Okay. So I want to actually play some of Funky's live, because I actually hopped in the live late. So I didn't even get like the beginning parts of what he was really saying. So I said, you know what? Let me fast forward a little bit through what I know is the fluff. And when he really gets into some things, like, I'm going to watch it with y'all real quick. So let us go and do that real fast and just check out what it is Funky has to say about Flame, Tasha K. Because it seems like the friendship with Tasha K, this is crazy, because it's like the friendship with Tasha K, it seems like it may have ended. The situation with Claudia Jordan may have ended, and I'm gonna let y'all know, I did scoot over there to Claudia Jordan page, and not because I'm being messy, but I was just trying to see what's going on, because I follow her or whatever, and it looked like she not following Funky nor Al. And I was like, well, then what the hell did Al do? What has Al done? Like, why Al is not no longer on the follower list? Is he team Q? What has happened? And this is very messy. But anyway, yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and pull this up and we're gonna check out what it is Funky had to say.
I was in here prepping for tonight's sermon,
Tonight's
minding
sermon.
my business like
I'm
I
hollering.
always do. And, once again, just when I thought Tasha K could not surprise me anymore, Tasha K let me down once again. Now, when I did the video last night, and I was telling y'all that Tasha called me with Flame Monroe on the phone, and they tried to do that whole debacle, I shut it down. I sent her a message explaining to her, how disappointed I was, how it's hard to be friends with her. I want no parts no more. And what I didn't read to y'all when I was on the air is Tasha came back and she wrote, I apologize. I understand how you could feel that way. I apologize about the Michelle Brown thing. I could understand how you feel the way you feel. And, some other stuff. And I didn't bother responding because at that point, I was just done with it. It just is what it is. So I'm in there. I'm in here today, getting ready to do the show, scrolling through Instagram, looking for topics to talk about. And lo and behold, pops up on my screen again. More headlines involving me, Tasha K, and Flame Monroe. You know what I'm saying? And it says full interview streaming. Flame Monroe shares why she's happy Funky Dineva is no longer a part of Fox Soul. Here is my problem, okay? According to Tasha, she had this interview scheduled before whatever I had going on with Fox Soul, which is very much believable because she's in LA. The question that I have is that had me and Flame, or had Flame not ever been booked on Fox Soul, what would you be using as the thumbnail and as the draw to get people to watch this interview of yours on your website about Flame Monroe? This thing with me and Flame is being blown so far out of proportion. There is no thing with me and Flame. There really isn't. And this is the second post that you've made using my name and this make-believe beef with him as the draw to now get people to go watch your video. So
can I just say, I never thought I'll see the day. And I feel like Funky isn't necessarily going in, but I feel like just a little bit he's going off on Tasha. And I don't think I ever thought I would have saw the day that Funky clears. You know what I'm saying? I don't think because he tries not to even speak on nothing when it comes to Tasha or anything. So I damn sure wasn't expecting him to call her out with this.
Because of this, I'm now being forced to say names when I didn't want to say names. But the reason why I'm going to is because the name that I'm about to say was the conductor and the organizer of all this confusion in the first place. All right. So first thing I'm gonna do is let y'all hear what Flame said. Okay, if y'all can hear it.
I saw Funky Dineva is no longer a part of Fox Soul. Me and Funky Dineva are associates. He went live last night. He felt like people were laughing at his face and playing, behind the scenes and stuff. After his departure from Fox Soul, which he said was his decision.
Now, wait, I'm confused. I'm sorry. I do have questions. I'm for real. Okay, so Funky says that he was told by Tasha that this interview was done well before he even had his issues with Fox Soul. When did you have your issues with Fox Soul? Did you have your issues with Fox Soul after you made the announcement letting us know that you're no longer a part of the show, and then that's when she went and did the interview? That, I ain't gonna lie, that don't make sense. And then Flame is like, when was it announced that Flame was going to be sitting in the seat that you held to do the interview. Because how would you know? I know Funky had a great question, which was how, if I would have never had this issue with Fox Soul, how would you be able to use, or what headline would you be able to use when it comes to promoting this interview? And I'm over here wondering, how would you know the questions to ask without this? So it's like the interview was supposedly done a long time ago. I don't know. It don't seem like it. God, this seem like this is recent, but it ain't none of my business. I'm just here to listen and talk to y'all about it.
He goes live at the same time. You, Claudia, and Al Reynolds go live, and his live has about 14,000. Fox Soul has about really 5,000 followers, and it was really messy in both chats. I did talk to Funky, and the first thing I asked Funky was, first of all, I told him, don't do nothing crazy, don't do nothing that I do. But then when he went live and he didn't say anything, I said, okay, I see what you're doing. You've been doing this longer than me, obviously. Basically, I'm trying to prove a point. I'm good over here with or without y'all. There's rumors that there's an underlying beef between you and Funky Dineva.
That ain't no rumor. That's fact.
It's fact.
First of all, you said a very prolific statement when you were telling me what you just said. He left of his own accord. That's it right there. But you're so disgruntled and so angry because what is the adage in Hollywood? The show must go on. They had a great trio with her and Claudia and Al. They did. That was a great trio. They worked together comfortably. So you removed your component from the, but then you want to get upset when they bring in guests in. She's not upset that they brought other guests in. She's upset that they brought my black ass in.
Why?
Because in 2019, when I taped Are They Ready? And it came out, she made a video saying that she didn't care for me. I wasn't funny.
I'm interrupting again. I just feel like Funky shouldn't be upset with nobody sitting in that seat. I don't know if that's the reason that Funky was really upset. The fact that it was Flame sitting in the seat, because it's I mean, maybe if you mad with Claudia and Claudia know who you don't like, if there really was an issue and decided to invite them on. But the show is going to go on. I think he's highly aware of that. They're not just going to end the show because he left, even if he does have a larger following. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking it shouldn't have been no issue about who's going to sit there next.
The only reason I was on TV was because of T.S. Madison and because of RuPaul and woo. But if you was such a research analyst and such an educated person, you'd look back to see that I was on Comic View in 2004 and 5. I was on another BET show in like 97. I had been on TV a few times. So I never wanted to be somebody else. So, and I will let you ride it out because my clapback is so nasty. I just really don't want to be doing the clapback.
Here's what I suggested. I asked Funky.
Well, wait a minute. Let me finish my statement.
Okay,
and Claudia kept the show moving. I applaud Fox Soul for keeping the show moving, to show that because the adage in entertainment is the show must go on. And I love that they did not let one funky, one monkey, or one junkie stop their show. I love the fact that they did not do that. Because here's the thing. The show don't run off you. You were a conductor on the train, but Fox Soul was driving the train. See, we lose our place because we think we are so popular that shit won't go on without us. How many people have been replaced? Roseanne replaced the daughter on her show without telling us anything and kept it moving and then brought the girl back. If white folks do it, what you think black folks gonna do?
All right. So y'all heard what Flame said, and here is where I got pissed. If we got issues, if we got tension, I need you to tell the truth. Flame says I'm disgruntled. And she says that the reason that she and I have an issue is because she filmed the Day Ready special. And I said that she's not famous. She's not funny. And the only reason she's on TV is because of RuPaul and T.S. Madison. Those are all lies. Those are all lies. I don't even know what she's talking about. I can't judge her special because I never even watched her special. And her saying, if I did my research, I would have known that she was on TV because of BET and all these things. Let me tell you how much of a hater that I'm not. Flame, I knew you was on BET all them back in the days. And you know why? Because I watched you when I was in middle school.
Damn.
Okay? I watched you in middle school. And to prove to you how much admiration that I actually had for your career, I always thought Flame Monroe was funny and an interesting character. I remember this lady's joke from middle school when she came out on Comic View and Cheryl Underwood was the host. And she said, ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for y'all host, Wesley Snipes. And Cheryl Underwood got upset. And when she came back out, she went off on Flame Monroe.
Oh, wow.
So Flame, I knew your ass was on TV back in middle school. Here is what I don't like. Flame wants to say that the reason that we have beef is because I said she wasn't funny and all this stuff because of her comedy special. If she positions her argument that way, then it gives her validity for the toxicity that she spewed at me.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, and I'm not throwing T.S. Madison under the bus. I talked to T.S. Madison 2 days ago as we were talking about other things. And I said, Madison, why is Flame mad with me? And she said, Dineva, it's because of that video that you did from the Breakfast Club. Flame, tell the truth. You don't have to lie to the people. See, if she positions it that I was talking about her not being funny, then she's justified in all of the things that she said to me. Address the real issue, Flame. You did that video on the Breakfast Club talking all that anti-LGBTQ and anti-trans rhetoric. And I did a video, which I wasn't even going in on you. And I was simply talking about how you are dangerous to the community and you're not for the community. But you don't want to bring light to that because that'll make you look stupid. All right. That'll make you look stupid. So you want to lie and say, oh, it's because I was talking about you not being funny. That way people think, oh, Dineva, you started it. She got the right to talk about you because you talked about her. I never said those things that Flame said. Now, the second thing that I want to address, Mama, please do not flatter yourself. Flame, for you to think that something that transpired between you and I so many years ago, that I'm sitting up here in 2023, 2024, worried about you and mad about you, baby. I said yesterday that I had no issue with you, Flame, and that you were just a pawn in a bigger game. And I realized that part of the confusion, and maybe Flame is confused, is because I didn't say a name. My issue, Flame, my issue, world, is not with Flame Monroe. My issue is with Claudia Jordan.
Baby.
We got it out there now?
Yeah.
My issue is with Claudia Jordan.
But what the hell Claudia done
Flame,
did?
you were just a pawn in Claudia's game.
But how can Flame be a pawn in Claudia's game if y'all, according to you, I guess, don't have an issue? But I guess that person has an issue with you, so then they still could be a pawn, because then they're gonna bring that person on, knowing this person been talking bullshit about you. Okay, I get it now. Yeah, because Claudia and them sitting up there like, oh, we love Q, always welcome back. But then you bring this person on a platform that you know been talking cash money about Q, that's supposed to be your friend or whatever the case is. That's not nice. That is messy. And it seems like it could have been done because maybe y'all was mad that Q decided to opt out and decided to go and do for himself. Maybe that's what the pawn was. The reason for the pawn.
It's out there now. Now, I'm going to reserve why I have an issue with Claudia Jordan, just in case somebody want to get froggy. I'm going to leave that one in the chamber, because that one is a semi-automatic weapon that's going to spray up everybody and everything if I unload that clip. But for the record, my issue is not with Flame. My issue is with Claudia Jordan. Flame, I'm not disgruntled. Okay? Let me be very clear with y'all. I'm actually proud of myself. I walked away from a $250,000 a year job. Most people will never see that much money in their lifetime.
250, bitch. I hope I see it. Wait a minute. divided by 12 months. You said a year. Just 20,080. Let me go back just a little bit. Did he say 250?
Okay, let me be very clear with y'all. I'm actually proud of myself.
About 12.
I walked away from a $250,000 a year job. Most people will never see that much money in their lifetime on a job. I walked away from a $250,000 a year job on my...
Wait a minute, Funky. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Now, see, when you came and did that video and you was over there talking about the coins, it seemed like you was downplaying the coins of 250 some thousand. It seemed like it was like really like chump change just a little bit. So they was paying you 250,000 and then you had wanted an increase on top of the 250,000. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't want that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just, merely trying to make it make sense for myself. With 250K. So you was trying to get like maybe 275, or was you trying to get going rounded up to 300? And they was like, oh hell no, we're not gonna give you an extra 25 or extra 50. Like, are you crazy? It wasn't doing that many numbers on YouTube for us to pay you that. Is that what it is? That like, that's not. I guess I'm starting to think he could have quit on his own, but I feel like it could be a bigger issue than the contract money. I'm thinking it's something else, but the whole contract money was used as an excuse to me. And hearing that he says, my issue is with Claudia, and that'll really blow up some shit. If I release it, it makes me think that it makes me question. Did she contribute to you deciding to make the exit that you chose to make? Is what I'm wondering. I'm not putting that out there. I'm just asking questions. Okay. Now he said 250,000 annually. That will put him at 20,000 and something a month. Funky can very well make well over that. It's not funny. He could definitely make well over that with his type of following. He can make well over 250K on YouTube annually. He definitely could. If he pushed, I'm thinking about how Nikki be saying, push your pen, or whoever these artists are, they'd be like, push your pen. If he pushed his videos, and I mean pushes and just upload. Funky can be laying in the bed doing a damn video and it's gonna get hundreds of thousands of views, and he's going to get a cute coin off of that. Hello. So he definitely can make well over that. Oh, thank you so much, JD, for the super chat. Funky said, I can make a milli working this hard for myself, period. Listen. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, he can definitely make well over that. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm sorry, Foxhole, that y'all, lost him. But listen, when I say I love the fact that he's back on YouTube, I'm not gonna lie. I was saying that the other night, like, yes, he's back. Let's see what's going on. Like, I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's back. And I'm like, do your videos, do your big one. The audience is there, So he definitely can make, and I'm with him. I'm with him on that.
Own volition. Because I bet on me. And I can make more by putting that same time into my own shit.
Yeah, he right.
Like y'all are seeing right now. Who walks away from $250,000 disgruntled? Baby, I walked away from that with my head held high, empowered, feeling strong. Because if that's what I could make profit sharing with y'all, imagine what I could make doing it all by my goddamn self.
Bitch, this man, he's not lying. Profit, this said, if that's what I can make profit sharing with you, mother, then I can sit on my own platform, do my big one, and make both of y'all fucking salary on top of mine, baby. Talk your shit.
Now the girls want to spill the tea. The girls want the tea.
I did want it.
Do the girls want the tea?
I wanted it.
Baby, if I was disgruntled, I wouldn't have let that bitch go. I would have held on to my love. Not too many bitches can walk away from $250,000 for an hour and a half worth of work per week. But I'm her. I did that shit. So Flame, baby, it ain't got nothing. It don't have nothing to do with you. How dare you flatter yourself, love? How dare you?
Ooh.
How dare you?
Thank you, Gwen, for the super chat. I think it was money and some personal behind the scenes, and then he likely got confirmation after the fact regarding Claudia. Good points. Good points. Thank you so much for the super chat.
And the girls over there nervous now. Now they want to get active on YouTube. After they tried to boss up with the subliminal shade, oh, I'm on the big network TV. Well, stay your ass on the big network. Now you're over here, Claudia Jordan, trying to get your YouTube active. I wonder why. Because that shit over there where y'all at about to fucking go to the sewage. All right? So now it's all out there. So can we be done with this week? Can we be done with the lies? Can we be done with the fairy tales and fables? Can we be done with the fake beef? Can we be done with all of that?
I don't think y'all done. I don't. Thank you so much for the super chat. This is the energy all 2024. Do what's the best for you. Listen, thank you so much for the super chat, JD. Claudia did make a post about her doing her YouTube. I didn't really think much of it, you know what I'm saying? I was like, maybe she's trying to go over there and tap into her YouTube coins, you know. So I mean, she did, he ain't lying, she did post it, you know. Come follow her on YouTube. She about to get more active.
Let's be done with it.
But Funky saying the show finna go to hell, so that's why she needed to jump ship.
I think it's about her. Girl, I can think of 250,000 reasons why it was not about you, Flame Monroe. 250,000 of them.
I'm a fucking hollering.
Where my notes at?
250,000 reasons.
That the air conditioning in my damn house broke. Anyway, y'all.
Okay. Now, I told y'all Miss Claudia unfollowed. At least I didn't see her following Al nor Funky anymore. Okay. And it's crazy because it was just all good just a few days ago when y'all was over there, you know, Funky reposted something that y'all said, like, oh, we love Funky. He's always welcome back. And then Funky was like, love y'all. And then said, I wish Foxhole the best or whatever the case is. And it's giving. That's not what it was. That's not what it was this whole time. I did see where Claudia went live tonight, and I hopped in the live for a little bit. It was her and her homegirls or whatever. Then I hopped out of the live, and then I slide over to the Twitter because somebody hopped in my comments and they said, what happened with Al and Claudia? Anybody up to date? She unfollowed him, went live and said Al made her cry. Now, see, this is what I'm not sure about. Okay. Now, I wasn't sure if she was referring to Funky or if she was referring to Al. Now, there are some people that are believing that she was talking about Funky, but we did not get exactly what she said at the very beginning. But I am going to play what we did here. Okay. Now, before we get into that, I see this comment here on the screen where somebody says that man ain't shade you. Folks do messy. He just said there's an issue he has. So based on this comment, Funky was the only person to say that he had an issue with Claudia, which would make me believe that whatever these comments are that she's about to say is about more so a Funky than it is Al.
I unfollow if you disrespect what's me and yell at me and make me cry. So yes, I did. Okay. And that's all I'm giving y'all tonight. And that's it. Leave me alone. Do you need a pair of socks?
Okay. One more time.
I unfollow if you disrespect what's me and yell at me and make me cry. So yes, I did. Okay. And that's all I'm giving y'all tonight. And that's it.
All right. So she said it's all she giving tonight. Leave her alone. She said she unfollow if you disrespect her and make her cry. So I don't know what could have been said to Claudia to, for her to feel disrespected and to make her cry. but that is what she's confirming, that somebody inside of there made her cry, and I'm believing that she's referring to Funky Dineva is what I would want to believe. Thank you so much, Tracy, for the super chat. Hey, Jamie, I like Flame and Funky, but Flame has been throwing little digs about Funky for a few years now. Flame has the issue, not Funky. This is messy. Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Yeah, because when I first found out this week that Flame and Funky had an issue, I never even knew that. I was like, girl, they got an issue. I didn't even know that. Okay, so now I'm learning more, and I think you're right. Like, it might be Flame with the issue and not Funky. I don't know, but you could have a point, because I never knew anything about it, you know. And I only learned about Flame when Flame did the interview with Breakfast Club a few years back, but I haven't really followed to really know, to be up to date on what they have going on. So yeah, but you know, you're probably right. So either way, I don't know if Al was trying to hold Miss Claudia accountable, or if she got on the phone with Funky and Funky tore her a new one. But this is where we are. She has indeed unfollowed them, because I ain't see her following either one of them. So I don't know if they've returned the favor. But what I will say is, if she has unfollowed Al and they may have had an exchange of words, I just feel like it's probably going to be very awkward at y'all next show. The next show that y'all do is just going to be extremely awkward to see y'all. You know, I guess try to act like y'all cool, but it wouldn't be anything uncommon that people do when you have to work in groups and stuff like that. You know, people always figure out ways to fake the funk. So I mean, hell, Funky was just faking it not too long ago, making it seem like everything is all good. Me and you, us and never part. My T-Dada. Like, yes, we're good. I wish you guys the absolute best. And the whole time, girl was giving shade. It wasn't the best. And I'm going to go live at the same time. You hoes go live to let you know who needs who. Remind you bitches that you in my sector. And don't you ever forget it. Okay? Period. So that's what it was. So, but listen. I just wanted to come and let y'all know what I know from what I've seen thus far. Okay. I just wanted to hop on. I told you guys this live was not going to be long. It was going to be something that was quick. I just wanted to watch a part of Funky's live with you guys, because I did not see that. Okay. But if there's anything else regarding this issue, I'll definitely come to the front and we'll be sure to talk about it. But in the meantime, we have over 1,600 people in the chat. So make sure that you guys are liking up the video. Okay, that's one way to support the channel. You're also able to subscribe to the channel as well. So make sure that you guys are doing that as well. But you all can continue the conversation down below. I am Jamie, that's me. Feel free to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like Soldier Rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, so straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden, they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out and came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.